Hey guys, this is Brad again, bringing you another low-carb food review. Today I'm trying something pretty exciting because when people are looking for low-carb substitutes and whatnot, most of the time they are centered around sweet things, trying to get around your sweet cravings, because it's really difficult to have that and still be low-carb. But I find personally one of the more difficult things is satisfying your salty, crunchy sort of fix, like potato chips and things like that. I think that's much harder to do than to do low carb sweet things. So today I'm trying out Twin Peaks brand protein puffs. Okay, I have two flavors here, and I have already tried them because I wanted to make sure that there weren't going to be any gastrointestinal side effects or anything like that I could let you know about. And I do not have any to report, though I consumed one serving of these, not any more than that. So if you do binge on them, you can probably expect to have some sort of discomfort. So first thing to mention, let's look at the nutrition information. So you got 120 calories per cup, and you're only coming in at 2 net carbs per cup. So the big thing though is look at the bottom, 21 grams of protein per cup. That is absolutely insane. So if you saw my review of the Magic Spoon cereal, I'm gonna give you a kind of an early hint here. The texture of these is very, very similar to that Magic Spoon cereal, which is to say it is phenomenal. It's the best part of these is the texture. I don't know how they've engineered this protein, this like protein isolate to be as crunchy as a conventional sort of puff. These are even crunchier than like the Cheeto Puffs and things like that. So they're really, really, really crunchy. Here are the ingredients list. If you are interested in that, you can pause on that. Looking at it, there are a couple of odd things in there. Disodium guanylate, I've never heard of that before. Disodium inosonate, silicon dioxide, that usually is to prevent clumping and things like that. And it also has a good amount of amino acid. There's the amino acid profile on it. If it focuses, I'm not sure if it's going to be in focus or not. And it says that you should consume them within 30 days after opening them. I had that Magic Spoon cereal. I still have one box of it left. I'm trying to eat it slowly, and it's been over a month now, and it's still just as fresh. It doesn't seem that this stuff gets stale quite as quick as normal products. So let's give it a try. Okay, like I said before, very, very, very crunchy. They're a little bit on the dry side because they don't have the fat that typical puffs and things have in it from, like, I don't know, from the baking or the frying process, whatever it is that they do to the conventional one. So they definitely immediately go dry on your tongue. So you're gonna want to have a glass of water when you're eating these. It's not really a bad thing. I'm not saying it's not like a saltine cracker where you eat that and then immediately your mouth is parched. It's just you can just tell that they are quite dry. As far as the flavor is concerned, this is the mesquite barbecue I just tried. It's really quite spot on. It's nice and smoky, a very, very light hint of sweetness to it, and just a pretty good barbecue flavor. I mean, it's kind of your standard barbecue, and they do it quite well here. So this is the interesting one, though. This is the Margherita Pizza one. So if you don't know what's on Margherita Pizza, it's basil, mozzarella, and tomatoes. So that's the three main flavors you're looking for here out of a Margherita Pizza. And these, I tried them earlier too. These, I regret getting this flavor. Let me tell you why. It tastes like you took some of these dried puffs and stuck it in your mouth with a whole basil leaf. That's all you taste. You taste nothing but the basil. It's extremely overpowering, and it's very herby. It's super, super herby. So unless you're like the world's biggest basil fan, they should just call this basil flavored. It's that prevalent in the flavor. So these are a big skip from me. But the mesquite barbecue flavor, I do like these. So these, I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give these about a 6.5 or a 7. and these are gonna get like a 4. The 4 is just for the texture of the puff itself and the nutrition information behind it. And the flavor, I almost should deduct a point for the flavor from this. I can't imagine someone at the company tasting this and saying this seems okay, but definitely stay away from this flavor, whatever you do. And there's like 10 other flavors too. So you'll find something that you like if you're looking for something like this. I do recommend these, but you have to remember, when you're thinking about buying these things, you're sacrificing something. You have to. You can't be expecting to have something that is as gratifying as all these unhealthy foods that you're giving up. You have to be ready to make a sacrifice, especially in the flavor department. And I think that is perfectly reasonable for there to be some caveats when you are eating a low carb food. That's how I approach anything that I eat. I say, well, these are almost pure protein, so I can't expect them to be but so much like the original item that they're trying to emulate. So that's my thoughts on them. Again, 7, 6.5, 7, and like a 4. And I will also put the link to these in the description box below. And if you click that, you can choose a flavor that you might like. They have Parmesan, and they have nacho cheese, jalapeno, all kinds of other flavors. So I would be interested to try a few of the other flavors, but after trying how botched this one is, it almost scares me a little bit. And I didn't mention, they are quite expensive. I believe it is $20. I got 2 of them. You get them on special when you order 2 for, I think it's 2 for $40, and they ship for free. On Amazon, they're about $25 per container. It's a big container. You're gonna have a tough time doing this, eating this whole thing or binging on it because of the nature of the product. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hit like, please, and I'll see you for the next video.